Hello and welcome to our low carb, no sugar cooking channel. I hope you've enjoyed the past videos that we've put up and had a chance to try and attempt to make some of the stuff that I've shown you. Today I'm just going to show you how to make a really quick soup. It's going to be a courgette and pepper soup it's going to have in it, I'm going to make some croutons out of this lovely low carb seeded loaf from Seriously Low Carb. It's a great bread to have instead of normal bread, and it's not pre-cut, this one, so you can make the croutons as big or as small as you like, but I'll show you how to do that in a second. First things first, I've got a courgette which I grew out in the allotment. It's got a little bit big, but it'll be great for the soup. So if we're just going to chop that up into about 5 centimetre slices, and I'm going to put it in a roasting tray with some onions, some garlic, and I've got some dried thyme over there, which is also from the garden. Sophie is taken to drying out the herbs because it's loads of them, they're abundant, so it's nice to have them dried. Anyway, so what we do is quickly put the courgettes in a pan, and because it's going to get blitzed, we're not so worried about making it all tiny. Just going to peel I use a red onion because I prefer them, they're a little bit sweeter. So we peel the onion, and then I just chop that into quarters, and then you kind of just peel it apart so that it all gets cooked at the same time, rather than having in big chunks. It's only going to take about 15-20 minutes to roast these off in the oven. So that's pulled apart. And then this is the dried thyme, lovingly dried by Soph. So we're going to just pick the bits off. You don't want to put too much of the stalk in there. You don't want to be eating that. So, and as it's dried, it just pulls off nice and easy. So I would say there's probably about half a teaspoon of dried thyme in there if you're using already pre-dried from the shop. So in it goes. Right, onto that you're going to put a little bit of salt, and I've got 2 cloves of garlic. I'm just going to peel those and keep them whole so that they roast and they're nice and sweet. If you crush them up, they might end up cooking a bit too quickly and burn. I'll quickly do that. I've got oven preheated at about 190 degrees. Oops, almost there. So in that goes. Let's get some oil. Good splash of oil over them. And a nice mix about. And there we have it. We've got a nice tray, onions, garlic, dried thyme, and some courgettes. And as I say, put that into the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes until you can see that they're cooked. So whilst that's cooking, we're going to prepare our croutons. As I said, I've got this Seriously Low Carb seeded loaf. It's very nice for croutons. So what we're going to do first, as I said, it's not sliced, so you can chop them up as big or small as you like. So I'm going to take enough for about 2 people, so it's about 1/3 of a loaf. There we go. Really good alternative to normal bread, that one. It's fantastic. And then I'm going to chop them into basically like inch cubes. So straight through there for 3, down there, and into the cubes that you want. I've got a little pan here. I'm going to throw them in there. And these will take about 10 minutes in the oven to toast up. What I'm going to do is I like them nice and chunky. I don't like small croutons. I feel like they've got a bit of substance to them then. So little inch cubes. And then into that, So onto these croutons, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a spoonful of butter, and then I've got the chopped up garlic cloves there. I'm going to put that into the bowl. And I'm going to put that in the microwave for about a minute just to melt and infuse the garlic. So that's taken about 40 seconds in the microwave just to melt. So we've just melted a spoonful of butter, a bit of garlic on there. And then what I'm going to do is literally just pour that straight over the croutons. Well, obviously the bread, not the croutons just yet. And I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. So these will be lovely garlic croutons. Give them a toss around. And they can basically go straight in the oven now because it's been about 5 minutes that the courgettes have been cooking. So into the oven underneath the courgettes for about 10 minutes. So after about 15 or 20 minutes, it's time to get the croutons out and get the courgettes out. So we've got a nice tray of roasted courgettes, garlic and onion with the thyme. Just put that on there. And then here we have our lovely garlic croutons with the seriously low carb bread. So just quickly toss them out onto a plate. Now with these courgettes, you can either put them in a food processor. I like to use a NutriBullet because it basically pulverizes it into a much creamier soup. Breaks it down a lot better. So you just scoop them into there. Be careful when you're using hot food with a NutriBullet because when you pulverize it and then try and open it up, it can sometimes build up the pressure inside, so be really careful when you're opening it up with hot food. So they can all go in there. That's the onions, the garlic and the courgettes. Now, as I said before, it's a courgette and red pepper soup. So what I've got here is I've got some flame grilled roasted red peppers. So I'm just going to put a few in there. This will just add a nice sweetness to it. And then I've got a nice little bunch of fresh parsley, so that goes in there as well. And then into that, I've just got a little bit of vegetable stock. Now you've got to put enough in obviously to just make it to the consistency that you like. Some people like a thicker soup than others. And you can always add more obviously stock, so just go sparingly at the beginning, and if you want to thin it out a bit, add a bit more. So into a NutriBullet, just like that, and then mind the noise. As I said, be careful when opening it when hot. Gives a little, just like opening a fizzy drinks bottle. So now it's done. What you want to do is you want to give it a little taste and see whether it needs some salt and pepper. Really nice, really tasty. It needs a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And then what I'll do is I'll just quickly give it a couple of seconds back in this to incorporate it right through. Another little taste. Lovely, beautiful. Well, nice little balance there of sweet and earthy. And so that's it. That is basically a courgette and red pepper soup. So now it's time to serve up our soup with our croutons. Just pour it into this bowl. There we go. I'll put a couple of croutons in there, and you can put some cheese in it. I wouldn't mind a bit of Parmesan cheese grated on the top, which I might do for dinner. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you can give it a go, let me know what you think, and I will make some more videos soon.